if I'm doing what I love in a way that helps other people and it helps me at the same time, and there's a balance of that, there's self-love and love for everyone else in it, and it makes me happy, then win-win is win-win. But if we have in our minds, but I need to lose out in some kind of a way, and so I need to go against myself, make myself unhappy in order to help other people, that's where we get ourselves into trouble. That's when it turns into a lose-lose situation. So don't do that. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is... Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. And this is today's tarot for all signs for Wednesday, the 8th of May, 2024, which is also the new moon in Taurus at 10:21 here in Asia in the morning. And so a lot of us will be experiencing the new moon today, majority of the planet, in fact. So this deck says that the new moon in Taurus is all about knowing our worth. Let's see if my guides agree with that. Now I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. In there I give one question readings amongst other things. You can book in for one of those one question readings at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. If you book in while I'm live, I'll do it right away in the show. But if you book in at any time, I'll do it right at the start of the next live show, then send you the link to the replay. So you don't need to be able to make it live to be able to get one of those. They're available to everybody. What's in the energies for everybody today? For this new moon in Taurus. I'm a Taurus sun sign, so I do quite like Taurus season. How about you? Got Taurus in your chart? We've got shadow dancer. Oh no, shadow work. So the stuff that we don't feel good about ourselves about. We could be judging ourselves or feeling guilty, shame, that kind of thing. Not the best start for a new moon. New moons are all about planting seeds, right? A new seed is planted. Let's find out more. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. You can find out a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. And I get those out within 48 hours of you ordering them. We've got nature, we've got gratitude. Grateful for nature. I just saw internal images of someone planting some seeds, like literally planting some seeds or cuttings like this. Okay, so being grateful for nature could be something about animals as well. Like my flossy cat here. I'm grateful for her. So if you are struggling with shame, with guilt, with self-judgment today, getting out into nature could be a really good thing. You've got guidance as well. Oops, other way. Guidance. So getting guidance perhaps from a reading could be a great day to get a reading. Oh yeah, my new moon readings, they are $30 off today. You can find a link for that down there and up there too. New moon readings are all about what is it? The new things that you're starting. I can't remember now. Anyway, $30 off if you want to book yourself in for one of those. I would love to do one for you. Now, there's 2 ways in which to win a private reading with me. Oh no, the tower. Private reading with me every single month. I do 2 draws every single month. The first is for you subscribers to my channel that click like on this video or any video and then leave a comment. That'll get you 1 entry in. Do it as many times as you like throughout the month. You'll get many entries in. Good luck with winning that. The second draw is for those of you that check out my pick a card reads. If you purchase the deeper dives, those extended readings that go with them, that'll get you entries into the second draw as well. The more purchases you make, no matter when the reading came out, the more entries you'll get in. We've got a lot of green energy today. No wonder the nature card came out. Look at all the green on the table. 2 of Swords. Okay, let's get into these energies. So, Hanged Man out first. Hanged Man is about having an open mind. It's about seeing things from a different perspective. It's a shift in perception is what I'm getting here. So you might be changing your mind about something. Could be about yourself as well with that shadow work coming out. Or a need to shift our perception about ourselves. Shame, guilt and shame. I was brought up as Catholic, which is, to me, is a religion centered around that, guilt and shame. Not the best for our mental health and emotional health, I would say. But that's my perspective, you know. So you might be changing perspective on something on yourself that makes you feel better about yourself, hopefully, not that makes you feel worse. The Tower. Tower is a surprise. It could be the universe getting involved because you're not seeing something clearly. You're not You know, if we don't pay attention to the signs and our guidance, then the universe just turns it up. It just makes it louder, right? And so that we can't ignore it. So that's how I see the tower energy coming out sometimes, as the universe gets involved. Now, for example, when we're overworking ourselves and we're not taking a break, we get more and more run down, we're not listening to the signs, and we don't give ourselves the break that we need, then we'll end up getting sick with a cold or something like that. And then it enforces that break that we needed, you know. Much better if we'd have taken that break first. But that's how the tower kind of works. Because the universe is trying to move us from A to B, Six of Swords, from where we are at the moment to where we want to be. There will constantly be guidance. There'll be constantly signs pointing you in the right direction. But you've got to choose them. Two of Swords says, but I don't know what choices to make. I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure. I want to be sure, you know. Often that's why we get readings, is for that clarity, to be sure about it. There's a part of us that wants guarantees, right? We don't want any more lessons. It's hard. The lessons are really hard. We want to avoid the lessons, right? But we can't, because there's gift and challenge in everything. And in fact, we grow more through our challenges than anything else. So Hanged Man, we need to have an open mind, and we need to shift our perspective on something. And I think it's about ourselves. Queen of Voices, about our boundaries, about having boundaries as well. Okay, boundaries to ourselves. Yeah, boundaries with ourselves, right? Sometimes we need to give ourselves a long, hard talking to, right? Go to a mirror, take a long, hard look at yourself. And especially if you're being mean to yourself, right? A lot of us, we would stick up for our children or our best friends or anyone, really, but we don't stick up for ourselves. If someone was being mean to your best friend or your child or anyone, even a stranger on the street, you're likely to stand up for them. I would. But could terrorize myself inside of my own mind, you know, and not have boundaries to myself. So sometimes we need to be stronger in our boundaries to ourselves. Now we also have the Three of Materials about other people too. Awakening, the Empress and the Hierophant. Interesting. So there's a leadership, kind of a nurturing leadership. With this Hierophant, spiritual lessons, you're leading the way. So if you're taking care of yourself and nurturing yourself, rather than running yourself ragged, you could be awakening other people. What life path number are you? I'm a number 1, so I'm a leader. I always tend to do my own thing as a result, kind of always leading the way. You know, I don't wait for everyone else. I lead the way in the stuff that I'm doing. I'm happy with that role. What's your number? Do you know what your life number is? Anyway, I'm getting that perhaps you're a leader in this, having to nurture yourselves. It can seem self-indulgent, but this is saying that actually you're leading the way with that. And it's a good thing. You know, giving other people permission to take good care of themselves too. Discernment is behind that. So making good choices for yourself, taking care of yourself. The Tower, but what's this? Six of Inspiration, you put yourself out there. Okay, yeah. Okay, the Tower is about some negative effect. Could be surprising, shocking. Six of Inspiration is when you put yourself out there and you get noticed. Now, I know from being on YouTube, yes, you put yourself out there, you got to take the rough with the smooth. You've got to have a pretty thick skin, because you do get hammered by people. There's some terrible people out there that take out their own personal poor feelings toward themselves out on other people. They haven't learned yet to sort it out within themselves, and so they just project outwards, you know, and they can say some real nasty things. It could be about that, or it could also be things like you put yourself out there as you are, to do something, and then, you know, friends and family try and pull you down and say it's not what they want from you. You're not the you that they know that wasn't doing that before. Do you know what I mean? People, human beings, we don't like change. And so, yeah, there could be a backlash today of you putting yourself out there, and who you really are, and then people not liking it, of which there will always be that element. That could double you down on negative self-talk as well, because we tend to have like an inner dialogue which matches like the worst of the stuff that is being said, you know, the people that are judging us the most. And until we have boundaries with ourselves and say, no, I'm not going to take on that. I'm going to focus more on the positive and dwell on the positive things about myself. And when you do that, wow, I get hammered the most on my readings and the stuff that I put out when I actually compliment myself on something. If I say like, oh, I know I'm beautiful and I get this attention, that's when I get the most hate. When I'm actually being, you know, acknowledging something about myself. And so, yeah, careful of that. And I'm not saying don't do it. I think we should be acknowledging who we are, right? Not telling lies about that. Anyway, new day is behind that. So this could be your next challenge. Whatever is coming out today, and you do have to take the rough with the smooth. If you are putting yourself out there, there will always be the detractors. I mean, it just always will. But you don't have to let it bring you down. Anyway, the universe, Six of Swords, is trying to take you from A to B, one place to another. Trying to help us out with that. What was it? New moon in Taurus, know your worth, know what you deserve. The Fool, you're stepping into something new, taking a risk on something new, starting something new. Great new moon energies there. And the Ten of Inspiration, it's the burdens are not all on you. So it's working in concert with the universe, Six of Swords. The universe is trying to help you. So I like to live my life like a conversation with the universe, always checking in, meditating before I do things, checking with my guides. What are we doing today? What should we do in this, you know, in this, like what should we do next? Especially in my work, but also in other things too. And knowing that the burden's not all on me. I don't have to do it all myself. I'm not alone. I've got so many guides and it's all good. So taking the pressure off yourself, it's not all about you. That could be what some of the shadow work is about as well, of not putting it all on your shoulders, like, I've got to do everything. You know how we can get, I used to be like that when I was younger. As women especially, because we do tend to take on the burden of everything. Sort everything out in the house, everyone's emotions out, just all of it on my shoulders, you know. And I used to believe that, and it used to wear me out. I remember how worn out I used to be, and I don't feel that way anymore because I don't take those burdens on. It's also about sharing responsibility with other people as well, allowing other people to do things for you. Two of Swords, but you don't know what action to take, or you don't know. Two of Swords, I often call BS on the Two of Swords because often we do know. Because I know people come to me for readings, right? Especially with my crystals, yes or no answer question readings. There's one question readings. And they know the answer that they want. So they know, really. Whether it's a yes or no, right? That's why we can flip a coin. You can flip a coin because if it comes out with what you didn't want it to be, you know, then you know your answer because you knew what you wanted it to be. Anyway, Two of Swords. Confused about a choice to make. Ace of Inspiration and the Six of Voices. Universe is helping you make that choice. Ace of Inspiration. It's what inspires you. It's the thing that fires you up more. That's the direction to go in. Now, yesterday in today's tarot, I said about that excitable energy, which can be the Ace of Inspiration, and how it's not a great place to take action from. We need to bring ourselves down from that excitable energy in a way. Not bringing ourselves down vibrationally, but from an emotional energy. Extremes of emotions, either way, are not good. Coming from a balanced place is a very good place to take action from. And so it could be just an extension of that energy of needing to calm yourself down and not expecting that to be able to do anything good from that excitable state. Either way, extreme emotions. When you're feeling like terrible about yourself, not a great time to take action on things. When you're feeling hyper excitable and positive, not a great time to take action on things. When you're feeling emotionally neutral, clear, grounded, great time to take action on things. Joy is behind that too. So you're headed toward joy, but you've got to remember not to get hyped up. What about our love lives? What might be going on in our love lives today? What could be going on in our love lives today, please, guys? What do we need to know about our love lives? Moment for the general viewer of my channel. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are. So seeing people as they are, not as how you want them to be. Important in our love lives. Getting to know someone as they are. Be curious about people. Also a word of warning, you know, with that card is not to have fantasies about people. imagining them to be like the perfect one for you just because they've got some like good stuff about them. Reveal what needs to be seen. Yeah, getting to know people as they are. And also setting about, if you are dating at the moment, getting to know somebody in real life rather than dating, which is what I prefer, real life stuff, interactions, doing things with people, you know, because they're there doing the things that I like doing too. We can steer conversations to reveal what needs to be seen about them, to get to know them better. And not just asking questions like, what do you like? What's your favorite color? Stuff like that. As interesting as that stuff is, perhaps. Also, things like telling them something emotional about yourself or vulnerable about yourself and seeing how they react to that. That is how we get, you know, revealing what needs to be seen about people. And breathe through the tension. Ooh, could be tense. Jealousy could be coming up today. Okay. What else? Caution. Be careful. Respect. Oh yeah, be very careful. If someone's showing you lack of respect, be very careful. Show caution there. Don't ever allow people to do that. I mean, if they do that, say, okay, bye. Nobody treats me like that. If you're going to treat me like that, you're not going to be in my life. Yeah, don't let things like that fly. We show people how we expect to be treated, and although we can't change that person into a respectful person, we can draw up boundaries with them and say, you know, you're not going to be in my life if you're doing that. They can choose to change or not, right? So self-conscious, mistaken fear. So it could be feeling self-conscious about mistakes that you've made in the past, going too far down the road when a red flag was shown or whatever, and that was out of fear, you know, clinging out of fear. Could be that. So you could be super conscious of that, more like looking out for red flags and things like that at the moment. Play and infidelity, yikes. I was feeling that jealousy could be coming up for some people today, and we tend to pick up on energies like that. There can be true jealousy, and then there can be like insecure jealousy. So insecure jealousy when it's a part of us that's insecure, and then we're just like making it up, you know. There's that, but then there's true jealousy too. There's us picking up on energies, feeling that someone's playing around with us and stuff like that. And so, yeah, just be cautious today, because there could be some disrespectful energies or some kind of infidelity energy around. What else in the energies today? This new moon. Not those. We've got a cobweb, protected from negative forces that are beyond our control. So the universe, we've got a lot of universal energies here. Universe helping us out. We've got a fair man with grey, white, blonde hair. Parrot, gossiping about us. Okay. For some of you, it could be in your family, that one. Success, though. On the up and up toward your success. And a flute, disappointment in a friend or a lover, or just anyone in particular. Could be someone in the family again. Disappointed in people. Yeah. We need to take people as they are, you know, we really do. And there's people at every kind of level on this planet, and that's okay. They don't have to be in our lives. If you don't want that kind of an energy in your life, then you can choose, right? But holding a disappointed energy in people, like wishing that they were different than they were, that's just a whole load of wasted energy. Instead, go out and find your own people. So think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag, and I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer. But this is just a bit of fun, because this is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull crystals out of my bag for a specific question that you've got, then you can get one of my one question readings on my website, thehealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. I do those in that live show. Don't need to be able to make it live. Or if you've got many questions, or if you want great detail and you want a private reading, put yourself in for one of those. There's a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. Get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. So how best to deal with these energies today? We have the Sun card here. Do what makes you happy. Always tend towards your own happiness. What makes you happy is going to make everyone else happy too. So we never ask, like with my work, it's a balance of helping people out, but not but being in integrity with myself too, like doing it in the way that I enjoy, not doing it in a way that wears me out too. We've got to balance up the love for others with the love of us for ourselves, right? So that nobody misses out, because if one's missing out, then both missing out. Okay, this is guidance that my guides gave me a few years ago, that there's no such thing as a win-lose relationship. It's either a lose-lose relationship or a win-win relationship. If you think that you're in a win-lose relationship, the other person's winning and you're losing, then you don't realize that you're both losing. So, for example, if you are in a relationship with an addict and it's a codependent relationship and you're kind of looking after them, you might think that you're having a positive effect on them and they're just draining you, but you're actually having a negative effect on them. Because being in that codependency, it's enabling them, it's not actually helping them out. So there is never win-win, never win-lose relationships, always win-win or lose-lose. And in the same way, say with work, if I'm doing what I love in a way that helps other people and it helps me at the same time, and there's a balance of that, there's self-love and love for everyone else in it, and it makes me happy, then win-win is win-win. But if we have in our minds, but I need to lose out in some kind of a way, and so I need to go against myself, make myself unhappy in order to help other people, that's where we get ourselves into trouble. That's when it turns into a lose-lose situation. So don't do that. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Your answer is yes, go for it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new. Leave a comment, that'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. Here on my channel, I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year. I've done for many years as well. And I also go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show as well. Come along sometime, I'd love to see you in there. I've done that for years too. And I make 3 Love Picker card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now, and watch that next if you want. Don't forget, you can watch the back catalogue as well of those too, because most of them are timeless readings. Well, have the best day ever, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.